put these up for you?
Yeah, if you want to, there's some tape in there. We can do it with that.
Tried to overbang as much as I could without looking retarded.
What's that?
So I tried to overbang as much as possible without looking retarded.
Yeah, Jeremy goes, man, you got a lot of signs up.
Is that the AD?
To which, yeah. To which Wayne goes, if you wanted to see signs, you should have been at Eagle last week and watched the
I
impact.
didn't want to put as many as they did. So
Yeah.
it was like every fence post had 2 of them.
Yeah, crazy. Check, check, check. Yeah, it should be there. That's actually my grandson there. That's Damien. He's a, I don't know if I talked to him, like he's a triple jumper. He goes to Vallivue or triple jump. What's that? Oh. Okay.
guys there? Hey, how's it going? Yeah, we're at Vallivue High School.
Time for 6:30 The Fan's Treasure Valley High School Football Game of the Week. This week's High School Game of the Week is brought to you by Pro Image Sports. With 3 Treasure Valley locations, Boise Muffler Shop, let them keep your check engine light in check. Mountain West Bank, your home for totally free checking. And MyBullfrog.com, your Verizon premium retailer. Now, let's join Wayne DeZubak and Dave Burnett. The Game of the Week is on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
And so far, they've been playing interpod, A playing B. But what they've got tonight is that these are both 2-2. They're trying to keep pace with Eagle. Now, Eagle looks like they've got an easy game tonight playing Columbia. Next week, Eagle plays Boise. So I'm thinking, in 2 weeks, Eagle's going to be 6-0.
Yeah.
So you want to keep pace somehow. You got to win this game. These two teams are 2-2, and they just want to keep that pace for second place so they can make the playoffs and have a good seed.
Yeah, I mean, Eagles definitely in the driver's seat right now as they seem to be breezing through their schedule, playing tough ball, playing very well there. So, you're absolutely right. These guys, this is a very important win for these guys to get off in their division play to start of the season.
Other games tonight, Meridian's going to be at Boise down at Donald Larson Park. Boise having their trouble since that first game. In fact, Madigan Tallulah, who we talked about, he had 250 yards rushing in his first game. You know how many yards now he has rushing total? 294.
Yeah, they figured.
Do the math.
Yeah, either Centennial has no or no rush defense, or everyone figured him out, and that has come to an end.
Because they had put him to a dead stop at about 45 yards since that first game.
Well, we saw it when Isbora we watched play against Boise, that they basically just put a linebacker, said, you follow him to the locker room. Anywhere he goes, you go. and they just shut them down that way.
Centennial's at Napa tonight, and again, this is the Pod A schedule for the Bulldogs, who are 1-0 in Bulldog Stadium this year, and they've got some good players. Napa does.
They do, and you would typically say, "Oh, Centennial is going to clean up on Nampa," but Centennial has had their struggles. Their starting quarterback injured at the start of the season, that very first game, the first quarter of the first game, so they have struggled. Their coach will tell you, they're thin as far as depth goes, and Nampa may jump up and surprise them, as they have a couple of pretty good little running backs in Nampa. So we'll see how
they
that
do,
goes.
and the brothers Keenan and Cooper Wilcox have done a great job this year. Wide receiver Leo Garcia is tough, and you talk about that running back is Pedro King, who we really liked when we saw them in the first game of the season.
Yep, Pedro King actually is somebody that I saw play in Optimus football as a kid for the Nampa squad, and I remember saying at that time he was playing quarterback for him, and I thought, this kid's going to be good. When he gets older, he's going to be good, and he's a good little running back. And
Columbia tonight at Eagle, we mentioned that game. Columbia having its struggles going to 5A. They're 0-4 right now, and Eagle's 4-0, and it looks like Eagle's going to be 5-0. I can't see Eagle overlooking Columbia.
No. I mean, Columbia is struggling with that moving from 4A to 5A. It's being played in Eagle, so, this will be Columbia's first trip into Thunder Stadium, which is always a little imposing for the first time. So that one should, you don't know until you know, but it should go into the books for the Eagle Mustang. And again, Timberline at Rocky Mountain tonight. We've talked about that. So your standings in Pod A right now, Capital at 4-1, leading it, Timberline at 4-0, and then you've got Nampa and Rocky at 2-2, Centennial 0-4, and Bora down at 2-3. As far as Pod B goes, Eagle at 4-0, then Mountain View, Valley View, both at 2-2. That's our game here tonight. Boise and Meridian at 1-3, and Columbia at 0-4. Yep, and as we mentioned before, live streaming of the game at 630thefan.com. If you don't have your computer to watch it live, you can always listen online as well at 630thefan.com, or right here on the radio as we bring it to you in 3 different platforms.
Another game I want to talk about has nothing to do with anything we're doing here, but it's kind of an interesting game. It's Highland at Coeur d'Alene tonight. Those two teams played for the 5A championship. Coeur d'Alene won it 31-28 last year. It features a lot of guys who have committed to Division I schools and whatnot. That game is tonight up in Coeur d'Alene. Highland, Coeur d'Alene.
Twitter as well. Bring another platform. Just look for us on Twitter at 630 The Fan. We will keep you up to date on that game as well, because I get all of those scores right here to me as well. So we'll keep you up to date on that. Of course, it'll start an hour later than we have here.
Again, we're here at Vallivue High School getting ready for our high school football game of the week tonight. Vallivue against Mountain View, both teams 2-2, and they're going at it tonight. We're going to have that, and we'll be talking with Mountain View head coach Judd Benedict when we come back. You're listening to the game of the week right here on Sports Radio 630 The Fan. We'll be right back.
For everything for the sports fan, NFL, NBA, college, and Major League Baseball gear from Nike, New Era, and more. Boise Town Square, Karcher Mall, Nampa, in the Village at Meridian. Pro Image Sports is a one-stop shop for every fan in your family, with hundreds of teams and thousands of items. Pro Image Sports is the source for all team name gear. Locally owned and serving the Treasure Valley with 3 locations. Boise Town Square, brand new Village at Meridian, and the Karcher Mall in Nampa.
MyBullfrog.com is your local, trusted Verizon Wireless premium retailer dedicated to providing you with excellent customer service. With 15 locations across the Treasure Valley, their team is ready to help you with all of your wireless needs. Whether it's time for an upgrade or you're looking to save money on your monthly bill, stop by and visit with one of their friendly wireless professionals. They are standing by to assist you. For $25 off your next wireless purchase, call 877-761-9777 and set an appointment today.
We love Mountain West Bank almost as much as we love Treasure Valley High School football.
Did you know that when you open a totally free checking account, you get a free gift? And it's a very nice free gift, too.
We also got our new home loan there at a very competitive rate.
Which ties in nicely with their proud support of Treasure Valley High School football, because, they're both really competitive.
Mountain West Bank. Love where you bank.
And your team.
Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning. Want some good stats this season? Get DirecTV's 2014 NFL Sunday Ticket. That's every game, every Sunday, included at no extra charge. Put your money on DirecTV. Call your local dealer now Tell them Peyton sent you.
Switch to DirecTV today and start enjoying the nation's #1 satellite TV service. Call Satellite Systems at 344-3474.
Requires 24-month agreement and choice package or above. Includes out-of-market games only. NFL offer valid through 12/27/14. New approved customers only. 2015 NFL Sunday ticket renews at full price. Other conditions apply. Call for details.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
The average Mountain View does 30 points per game, 361 yards per game. And I talked with Judd Benedict, the head coach of Mountain View, earlier this week about tonight's game against the Falcons of Vallivue, playing it out here at Vallivue.
You know, it's a tough place to play over there. They always play well at home. We're both 2-2. We both have the exact same record. I think, with both of us coming off of a win, you kind of have expectations for the rest of the year that you would keep winning, that you would build on that. So it should be a tough game.
What do you see from your team now after 4 games?
We got to be physical. We got to answer the bell. And as a defense, we've got to be able to get some 3-and-outs where we can stop them. Otherwise, they'll chew up a whole quarter. And then on the other side, offensive perspective, we have to be really opportunistic because you only get the ball a few times a game if their plan goes according to how they have it laid out. So we have to be opportunistic on offense and hopefully score quickly, and we've got to get some stops on defense, make them punt the ball.
All right, last question, but it's my toughest question of the night, okay? And it's a two-parter. So now this is going to be really tough on you, okay? Part A, what do you like best about the Mavericks right now? Part B, what do you like worst or think that you need the most work on at this point?
So part A, I like that on offense we executed last week, and guys started building a little bit of confidence there, and I think that's real important as we now go into pod play. The second part is we've got to eliminate mistakes. We have too many turnovers. We have too many penalties that are drive killers or drive extenders, and we just can't lose those details. We've got to pay attention to those details, and it really comes down to discipline. So we've got to be able to play disciplined football.
That's Judd Benedict, the head coach of Mountain View, the Mavericks, talking about tonight's game against the Vallivue Falcons. And I think the biggest thing he said there, Dave, that really Vallivue can just kind of run that clock, because they're good with 2-3 yards in a cloud of dust the old way.
Well, you mentioned, or he mentioned in there, that physicality is a big part of it. And if you remember when we watched Mountain View play Capital just wore them down. And eventually that's when the wheels came off the cart, after Capital beat on them. Finally in the third quarter, it was done. Capital beat on them. So, obviously Coach Judd knows his team, and he knows that that's an issue, and hopefully for the Mavericks' sake has that under control this week.
All right, Vallivue. Lane Coffin, the head coach of the Falcons. We're going to be back with him, talk about the Vallivue Falcons, who are 2-2 on the year in their pod. You're listening to high school football right here on 630 The Fan. Tonight, Vallivue hosting the Mountain View Mavericks. We'll be back with more on the pregame show right after this on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning. Want some good stats this season? Get DirecTV's 2014 NFL Sunday ticket. That's every game, every Sunday, included at no extra charge. Put your money on DirecTV. Call
than pills and non-addictive. To participate in this trial, call 1-800-660-9591. You'll get your prescription right now over the phone, and we'll even ship it to you and take care of the insurance paperwork for free. So if you're dealing with pain or know someone who is, you may be eligible to receive a custom prescription pain cream at no cost to you. For this radio-only offer, call now, 1-800-660-9591. 1-800-660-9591.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
Back here on a Friday night, high school football on 630 The Fan. We're at Vallivue High School. The Falcons hosting the Mavericks of Mountain View tonight. Wayne Dzubak and Dave Burnett with you, and the band coming on tonight looks like they've got homecoming queens and all kinds of fun stuff here tonight. I'm not sure. They're just dressed up really nice.
It's Neon Night.
Neon
at
Night.
Vallivue. Last week was homecoming. They won that one against
oh,
Nampa,
okay.
so
Well, they were dressed nice. I thought it was homecoming.
No, they're just dressed. They're ready to go.
Oh, so
ready to head
what
out
does
to,
Neon Night mean?
They wear neon colors, I guess.
Oh, cool.
So it's Neon Night. See, what's interesting is a lot of people wearing neon green. It's kind of Vallivue, or that's kind of Mountain View.
Yeah, it is. That's right.
I'm not quite sure what that's
Maybe
about.
they're doing it on purpose.
Maybe it's friendship.
Back at you type
Yeah,
stuff,
it's
huh?
friendship. I'm sure that's what it's a friendly hug from the crowd.
Earlier today, Dave Burnett had a chance to catch up with Lane Coffin, the head coach of the Vallivue Falcons, and here's their conversation about tonight's game with Mountain View.
6:30 The Fan, our pregame show, as we're talking to head coach Lane Coffin over at Vallivue High School. Lane, thanks for joining us today.
You betcha. Thanks for having us on, and thanks for broadcasting the game tonight.
Well, I tell you, we're excited about it, plus streaming live video. If folks want to do that, 630thefan.com. If they have loved ones out of the area, that way they can watch the game and listen as well. So kind of a good deal for family and friends who are out of the area. Hey, Lane, it's been a kind of an up-and-down season for you as you started out early on with some success, beating Caldwell High School. A couple of tough games in there against Bishop Kelly, and on a winning note again last week. Tell me a little bit about this team. It appears you can score points. Defense, is that the issue?
Well, we actually felt really good in that second half of that Nampa game. We felt like, we're excited about our defense again. We felt like, we had some few changes here and there, but felt like they really kind of found themselves, and that's kind of our test tonight, is to see how we do, and if these kids will relax and just play, and I think they're up to the challenge.
Now, I know on defense you have a few real standouts out there. Isai Longoria, who was a junior this year, big kid, did actually started for you last year, I believe, as well. Good kid in the middle.
Yes, sir. He's a real good kid, and we think he's one of the better ones in the area. And, we've got a couple other kids we're really excited about. Drew Johnson on the other side. He just had a heck of a game last week, and we're looking for more things from him, too.
Well, as you get ready for Mountain View, what do you see in Mountain View that you have to stop to win tonight?
We have to stop the run. We have to absolutely stop the run, or, they're going to walk up and down the field. They're big, and they're physical, and so we're going to have to make a decision to draw a line in the sand and toughen up.
Now, would you consider the Falcons more of a run defense or pass defense?
I think our strength right now is, our front four, front seven, so to speak, and so I'm thinking that, we could step up and do pretty well in the trenches tonight.
Now, I know looking at the roster, numbers-wise, there's some programs out there that have quite a few more numbers on the roster. Vallivue, I believe, looking at 30. Actually, he's a baseball prospect.
You're kidding me. He's
Ball.
6'3", 275 pounds. He can pitch?
The kid could throw a fastball.
You're kidding me.
He's being looked at by several colleges.
Oh, my gosh. I would not want to face him on the mound. It's bad enough on an even level, but he's up on the mound throwing down at you? Yeah. That's not fair.
No, that's not. But, he's a baseball player, so you may see him commit somewhere in baseball.
And Coffin also talked about Drew Johnson, who is 6'6", 235 pounds. Now, you're talking about some muscle here.
Yep. A couple of pretty good-sized kids, and that's why they're real good against the run. The pass, that is where they are a bit suspect.
Well, we'll see because, Garrett Collingham, he can throw the football for Mountain View. And, of course, tonight, the thing of it is, you got Vallivue trying to run it. Mountain View's probably going to try to throw it, so it's something's got to give. It is Mountain View against Vallivue. We'll be back with more from Vallivue right here. It's our game of the week right here on Sports Radio 630 The Fan. We'll be back with the kickoff and more. Again, Mountain View at Vallivue tonight here in Caldwell. We'll be back right after this.
Pro Image Sports is the source for everything for the sports fan. NFL, NBA, college, and Major League Baseball gear from Nike, New Era, and more. Boise Town Square, Karcher Mall, Nampa, and the Village at Meridian. Pro Image Sports is a one-stop shop for every fan in your family. With hundreds of teams and thousands of items, Pro Image Sports is the source for all team name gear. Locally owned and serving the Treasure Valley with 3 locations. Boise Town Square, brand new Village at Meridian, and the Karcher Mall in Nampa.
Hi, this is Jim Zamzo, and the best time to plant garlic in southern Idaho is now through the first week of October. And Zamzo's has a fabulous selection of locally grown garlic bulbs from 3 different Idaho farms in 5 different varieties, including Italian, Korean Red, and Uzbeki White. But 2 of our most popular varieties of garlic are in Chilium and Chestnut Red from Rice Family Farms in Meridian. Here to tell you more is co-owner Lee Rice.
Our garlic seed stock is 100% locally produced. We sort out the number 1 bulbs, and then we market those number 1 bulbs to Zamzos for their customers. When it gets mature and you pull it out of the ground yourself, it just doesn't get any fresher or any better than that.
Thanks, Lee. Remember, garlic bulbs found in the grocery store are not intended for use as seed, so when planting, please use certified Idaho-grown garlic bulbs from Zamzo's. Because for 81 years, when it comes to the best locally grown garlic,
nobody knows like Zamzo's.
I know you can see me. I'm bright yellow, and if I'm lit up, you can't pass emissions. Oh, bummer.
There's a reason your check engine light is on. Boise Muffler Shop and Auto Repair can figure out why and fix it. The Fairview store specializes on emission issues, while the shop on 36th in Garden City can handle just about any kind of vehicle repair. Boise Muffler Shop and Auto Repair is a proud member of the Business Champions Club, supporting students in Idaho. Learn more at BoiseMufflerShop.com, where it's lights out for Mr. Check Engine Light.
You're listening to high school football right here on 630 The Fan. Friday night, game of the week. Wayne DeZubak, Dave Burnett with you. We're at Vallivue High School, where the Falcons will be hosting the Mavericks of Mountain View. And let's take a look at the 2 quarterbacks of this team. First of all, Garrett Collingham from Mountain View. On the year, he has completed 56 of 96 passes for 568 yards and 3 touchdowns, but intercepted twice. And Lehman from Valley View, only 17 receptions out of 46 passes, Dave. The flip of the coin, it's going to be Mountain View receiving and Valley View kicking off. Valley View going left to right, Mountain View right to left, and it'll be an interesting start of this game tonight. And again, I think you send the big guys out there. You know what I'm saying? You send all this muscle out there as captains, and the other guys are going, oh, these guys are big.
They are big.
They don't send your 5'6" guy out there.
No. By the way, they are in brown jerseys, white pants, Valley View being them with the brown helmets and the gold VV on the side of the helmet. Mountain View tonight in the gray pants, white jerseys, and the gray helmets as well. Now, I do want to remind you, if you are not aware of it, we do stream the games live, so you can watch them online at 630thefan.com. Just go up there and click on the main banner that will show you the game. Click on that, then you go through one more click, and then you're able to stream, so you can hear the game as well as see the game as we broadcast it today. So Valley View will be going from our left to our right. It'll be Mountain View going from our right to our left out the broadcast window.
Adrian Lara getting ready to kick it off, and a couple of guys that will be kicking off to down there. You've got Trey Bell, who does a good job returning kickoffs, and back there deep with him is Devin Gaskins. So Bell and Gaskins back there deep for Mountain View as we get ready to start this thing. Lara getting ready to kick it off, has it teed up at the 40-yard line. Light's still not on yet. We're still going with the natural daylight here. Pretty soon we're going to fall back, aren't we?
I think we do. But, yeah, it's the lights will be on us a lot sooner than they were a couple weeks ago.
No question about it. So here we go, underway. Valley View kicking off to Mountain View. The kick coming down the middle of the field, and it's going to go to Trey Bell. Bell's going to take it at the 16-yard line. He's at the 15, out to the 20, out to the 23-yard line, where he's tripped up right there. But Bell, a nice return, and Mountain View will have the ball at about the 24-yard line.
Senior Jeff Cook tripped him up there, just kind of submarined his feet right out from under him. Down he goes.
All right, Garrett Collingham at quarterback for Mountain View, 6'4", 215-pounder. He can sure see over that offensive line, and he can run the football when he has to as well.
But it looks like when he's looking over the offensive line, he's looking into the helmets of the Valley View defense.
Back there with him at running back is Chance Smith. He's going to throw it this time out to the side. It is complete out there to Ryan Hahn. Hahn gets about 8 yards out across the 30 to about the 33-yard line. And actually, that's going to be really close to a first down now. See where they mark it. Nope, they're going to mark it at 9 yards. So
Reagan Sonderman making the tackle.
2nd down and 1. Handoff up the middle. Big hole right there. And that's going to be a first down for Mountain View as they get it out. Chance Smith, the running back.
Justin Statner coming up with a tackle on that one, getting into the secondary. fast pace.
Yep. And they are. They're going with no huddle and fast pace by Mountain View, trying to get Vallivue off guard. Back to pass. Collingham looking deep. Has a man open. It's caught. And down the sidelines and down to the 12-yard line. And a reception made. Let's see. I didn't even actually get a number there, or did I?
I do know Reagan Sonderman made the tackle for Vallivue coming up from behind, but he was beat by a good 2 to 3 yards.
Keenan Patwell.
Yeah, Patwell had a good 3 yards on him.
So Keenan Patwell comes up with a big play and a big pass here by Mountain View to get things underway on their first drive. They've got it all the way down to about the 12-yard line. Handoff. That's Chance Smith up the middle. He'll get it down to the 10, pickup of 2.
Yeah, not much yardage for Smith there as he ran right into the teeth of that Vallivue defense.
We are just underway, and this drive started at the 24-yard line, and Mountain View with a big pass. And they've got it down now to the 10-yard line. Second down and 8. Handoff coming around this side.
That's
and
Bell.
Once again, it's Bell. And out of bounds at about the 3-yard line. So a nice run by Trey Bell, the 5'9", 165-pound junior.
Bell has done a good job of replacing the bus coming out of the back.
Oh,
this
yeah.
year.
That's maybe the one thing that Mountain View, you cannot replace that kind of a player. So it's going to be first down and goal from about the 3. Handoff at the middle. And Smith right down to the goal line, and they're going to say second down and goal, and he's going to be right about the 1-foot line.
Drew Johnson making the tackle on the play there. Drew, another one of those big guys, 6'6", 235 senior.
Chance Smith in that backfield. Garrett Collingham, the quarterback, he is in the shotgun. Pretty much had that one. They scouted that one out.
Well, if you see that on film, you're gonna figure it out pretty quickly.
So 10:15 to go here in the first period, and Mountain View's tripping down the field and scored. Our score, Mountain View 6, Vallivue nothing. We'll be back in 30 seconds after this as we're listening to high school football right here on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
We love Mountain West Bank almost as much as we love Treasure Valley High School football.
Did you know that when you open a totally free checking account, you get a free gift? And it's a very nice free gift, too.
We also got our new home loan there at a very competitive rate.
Which ties in nicely with their proud support of Treasure Valley High School football because, they're both really competitive.
Mountain West Bank. Love where you bank.
And your team.
Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
Here's our score. Mountain View leads Vallivue as they took the opening drive of the game and took it right down the field. Here's the kick. It's going to come all the way back to about the 15-yard line, and it is taken there by Randy Rodriguez. Rodriguez goes to his left. Ooh, Rodriguez is just really ripped down. He was slowed up and then just pushed back. A vicious hit. Wow.
Now, as quick as this game was going, they teed it up, they kicked it off as quick as Mountain View was going down the field. We could be done and out of here by 8 o'clock tonight. Holy cow.
All right, the ball's at the 25-yard line. That's where Vallivue will take over, and Vallivue. Lane Lehman at quarterback. Like I say, he doesn't throw the ball a lot, only when he has to. Last week he only threw the ball 4 times. But Kyle Hinkle will be at the one running back, and they come out in that formation that, I tell you what, man, it's just an option-type offense. Hand off, not much there.
But they get what they're looking for. They grind out 3-4 yards, and that's what they're looking for.
Yeah, like I say, you look at it and say not much there, but they did. They got 4 yards that time, almost 5. So let's call it second down and 6 out at the 30-yard line. But again, it's one of those things where this is what it's intended to do and run clock. And Lehman just comes over and talks to, the coaching staff. Now he runs back to the huddle and gets things going.
Yeah, no hurry, but the clock keeps running.
Triple T back there. Hinkle now. Kind of the lone setback. They pitch it to him, but he comes up the middle. Kyle Hinkle trying to push the team forward, but everybody, there's about 7 white jerseys in on that tackle. Maybe a gain of 2.
Number 26 coming up off the bottom of that stack for Mountain View. That's Devin Gaskins. We called his name quite a bit in the last time we did a Mountain View game.
Just underway, 9:15 to go here in the first period. Mountain View drove down the field, missed the try for 2, and so it's 6-0 in favor of Mountain View. Vallivue with the football. They got a 3rd down and 4. Hinkle the running back. Lehman again at quarterback. Very tight formation as everybody's just like in a tight box. They go with the reverse up the middle, and this is going to be another nice first down run by Cade Linder. Cade Linder that time got the ball as they kind of faked the reverse and then handed it to him up the middle, and he gets out to the 39.
Big number 90, Xavier Cook, who's a 310-pound senior, making the tackle.
They just move the chains, move the clock. The clock continues to roll here. The lights are finally come on. Had a cold front move through last night. It would have been windy as heck. Man, that wind was just blowing all over the place. Tonight, there's no wind to speak of. Beautiful night. It's cool. Great football night. First down and 10. Handoff straight up the middle. Still running there. I didn't get a number. Looks like Alex Herrera may have been the ball carrier.
And again, it's just that grind up the middle. Michael Alaran coming up with the tackle for the Mavericks.
It was Alex Herrera, 6'2", 225-pounder. I was looking at him before the game and just thinking, man, he'd be a tough guy to bring down. 225 pounds, 6'2". He's got a great frame. No question about it. And he gets 7 yards, so it's going to be second down and 3 for Vallivue as they continue to move the football out the 47-yard line. Again, coming around the outside, Herrera near midfield, but that's going to be about it.
Yeah, not fooling Evan Stansel, who comes up with the tackle. He, of course, senior.
7:15 to go, first period. Mountain View 6 and Valley View nothing, but Valley View with a nice drive here, running it right down the field, and the ball's going to be moved inside the 30-yard line, down to the 29-yard line on that personal foul. Late hit out of bounds.
That's one way to get some yardage. That's the biggest gain of the game so far for Valley View. It's not a 6-7 yard chunk. It's a 15-yard chunk.
The loneliest player out there right now is Jaden Pattis, who's wide to the left as the lone receiver. And the handoff goes right up the middle to Hinkle, and Hinkle's brought down. He falls forward to the 28-yard line. Gain of a yard. It'll be second down and 9.
Big number 90, Xavier Cook, dragging him down. Yeah, if you're a wide receiver for Valley View, you do a lot of running up and down the field without much else. That's your job. Run up and down and kind of block the guy.
Again, game of the week right here on 630 The Fan. Valley View and Mountain View, both teams 2-2 in pod play, trying to keep pace with Eagle in pod B. Winner of tonight's game will have that edge, and right now it's 6-0 Mountain View, but we're just underway. 6:40 to go here in the first period. Herrera is the lone running back. They hand it off to Hinkle. It's on the ground, and it's going to be Mountain View coming up with a fumble. They try to do a little razzle-dazzle in the backfield. Herrera trying to get it back to Wheeler, and the ball was on the ground, and as a result, the Mavericks come up with it, and they have the ball at their 35-yard line.
Yeah, Cody Walker, that defensive lineman for the Mavericks, just look what I found. It fell on the ball. It was just laying there. Yeah, that was just a real bad handoff, Wayne. They just didn't get it in the breadbasket. Down it goes, and Walker gets the fumble recovery, and Valley View is back on defense.
There's one of those mistakes you talk about because you're moving the football, you're getting what you want, you're doing well on the ground, and that's the problem with a running game sometimes, and especially when you try to have 2 or 3 guys handle it. They had 3 guys try to handle it that time. Third one couldn't do it.
Yep.
Collingham sends Trey Bell in motion, hands it off to Bell. He fumbles, and Collingham falls on the fumble, a loss of 4. Back to the 32-yard line, so we got the fumble-rooskies going right now.
Must be some Vaseline on that ball or something. Nobody can hang on to it. It's like it's a wet ball game.
Loss of 2 to be second down and 12. Collingham's got Bell coming way over to the near side, along with Keenan Patwell, who made that nice catch earlier in this period. Collingham going right side, throws, it is complete. Nice catch by Ryan Hahn, and Hahn is out near the first down marker at the 45-yard line. It'll be close.
Somebody you think is going to get a lot of action tonight, that is Reagan Sonderman, who made the tackle on that play. I think our cornerbacks for Valley View are going to get played a lot.
Third down and about a foot. Handed off to Chance Smith up the middle, and he drags one player with him for about 3 yards and gets the first down. Nice run by Smith up the middle.
Yeah, that's quite a load to carry with you if you're going to try to drag number 79, Drew Johnson, up there weighing in at 235.
Keenan Patwell comes to the near side now. Trey Bell, the lone setback. Collingham back to pass. Steps up on first down. Throws over the middle. And it's knocked away at the last second. Nice defensive play there by Valley View.
Yep, they did come open. He was open for just a minute. Players still down on the field for the Mavericks.
Well, for Mountain View, the intended receiver is down. Still don't have a number. is going to be Joe Ferris, who's the intended receiver on that play, and Ferris is down for the Mavericks.
Kind of went down in a pile. 2-3 guys went down with him. When he rolled over, he was grabbing at his arm, so at least not in the knee area.
Let's take a 30-second timeout. 5.5 minutes to go here in the first period. Mountain View leads Valley View 6-0. You're listening to the Game of the Week right here on 630 The Fan. We'll be right back.
MyBullfrog.com is your local trusted Verizon Wireless premium retailer dedicated to providing you with excellent customer.
Down in 10. Garrett Collingham back to pass, throwing over to the right side, and it is complete. And it's going to be a gain of only about 3 yards. The catch made there by Keenan Patwell, but he's brought down immediately.
Sonderman making the tackle. Had he been just a little sooner, might have disrupted the play.
Going to actually give him 5 yards on that play down to the 34-yard line. Second down and 5 for the Mavericks. Again, Collingham back to pass over the middle. Has a man there, and it's complete. This time to Andrew Shebout. And Shebout's got a first down inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line.
His linebacker, Brandon Bryson, making the tackle on the play.
So down to the 18-yard line, and just like that, and the Falcons are on their heels as the Mavericks continue to pass. This time they pitch it out right side and down the right sideline, out of bounds at about the 13-yard line. Cole Goodwin again with a nice carry.
You know, that's something the Falcons are going to have to figure out what to do on defense to stop that pass, because it's enough mixing up a pass and run that unless they shut that pass down, they can't focus on the run.
It's second down and 2, and a chain gang having a hard time keeping up with the pace of the play here. Handoff up the middle. Chance Smith in there. He bounces back and keeps going and pushes forward towards the first down at about the 9-yard line.
Dylan Adams coming up with a tackle that time from that outside position.
Let's see if it's going to be first down. It is. It's going to be first and goal to go from the 9-yard line as they continue to move the chains. And wow, I'm telling you, I'm impressed with Mavericks. They are just keeping this ball going. Very quick pace. Take note, Boise State, these guys are moving the football really well. Collingham hands it off to Smith. Smith hops into a hole. He keeps going. They're trying to bring him down. He's down to the 5-yard line. He'll pick up 4. They just couldn't find his legs to get him out from under him.
Yeah, he had 4 or 5 guys trying to tackle him up around the shoulders. You're not going to bring a guy down that way. You got to tackle low.
Not a guy like Chance Smith, no question about it. So it's going to be second down and goal. And so they're marking down at about the 4-yard line. Hand it off to Smith again. Smith right up the middle. He has a great push by the line. Touchdown from 4 yards out. Chance Smith scores, and it's 12-0 in favor of Mountain View.
Not much you can do. You know, they keep taking 2-3 yards, and then they put in a 6-7 yard pass, and down the field they go.
Well, this all became about because of the fumble. Valley View was moving the ball down the field. They were doing great. They had driven about 60 yards. They'd taken a lot of time off the clock. Then they fumbled it, and the Mavericks took advantage of that, and they'll be in their 2-point formation again. Again, we've seen them one time this year. They do not like to kick. Maybe they don't have a kicker, I'm not sure, but they like to go for 2. They have Trey Bell in motion, and the pass from Collingham to the left is tipped down, incomplete. So it'll stay 12-0, folks. 3:20 to go here in the first period. 2 touchdowns on the board for the Mavericks, but their inability to get the extra points means it's only 12-0 in favor of Mountain View over Valley View, and we'll be back. First quarter action continues after this on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
Pro Image Sports is the source for everything for the sports fan. NFL, NBA, college, and Major League Baseball gear from Nike, New Era, and more. Boise Town Square, Karcher Mall, Nampa, and the Village at Meridian. Pro Image Sports is a one-stop shop for every fan in your family, with hundreds of teams and thousands of items. Pro Image Sports is the source for all team name gear. Locally owned and serving the Treasure Valley with 3 locations. Boise Town Square, brand new Village at Meridian, and the Karcher Mall in Nampa.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
don't want. They've got a 3rd down and 9. Let's see what they do with it in there. Again, 3 running backs. Rodriguez, Wheeler, and Hinkle. Back to pass. 1 pump. Now they're going for Pattis, and the ball's going to be overthrown by about 5 yards, and Pattis had his man beat. So that play was there. They just didn't execute it.
Yeah, Pattis needed a little more speed. He didn't quite have that blinding speed to get down that sideline. Otherwise, he would have been gone.
Well, Lehman has passed twice in this ball game now. He only passed 4 times last week. Completely.
So he's about halfway done.
Yeah, and it's only 2:29 to go here in the first period. And rare situation, the clock is stopped on the incompletion. So the punt attempt coming up here. And for Vallivue, Trey Bell will be back. For Mountain View, Trey Bell will be back. Here's the kick by Henkel. Nice kick, end over end, coming down to Bell at the 19-yard line. He's out to the 25-30, cuts up the field, 35, and out to the 39-yard line, and a flag goes down right at the end of the play.
Yeah,
nice return by Bell.
Tackle in there by Kyle Hinkle, as a matter of fact, making that tackle. And he may have been leading with his head. I don't know. We'll find out what the officials have to say here.
Officials talking it over. Looks like it's going to be against Vallivue because it might even be a face mask. Looks like it was a face mask. And so they're going to move it out to the 45-yard line. So that's where Mountain View will get it. Again, the battle of the views here. Valley View and Mountain View, and we can see all across the valley, all the way up to Lucky Peak, all the way to Bogus Basin, all the way to Ontario, Oregon, I think.
Goodness, that's a big view.
That is a good view. We've got a great seat here at the press box. And we're just happy to be here and love the hospitality of Valley View. Handoff to Chance Smith and nothing doing. He doesn't get anything. He barely gets back to the line of scrimmage. I'm sorry, Cole Goodwin just barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
So Valley View, they haven't put any pressure on the quarterback. They've been worrying about the run, haven't had time to work on the pass rush.
Cunningham in the shotgun, back to pass, looks to his right. Here comes the pressure from behind. He get hit, but he gets it off, and the pass is complete, and it's going to be a first down all the way out to the 41-yard line, and that again is Joe Ferris, who was injured a little while earlier, but obviously has come back, and we said just had the wind knocked out of him.
Yeah, now I said they hadn't put pressure on the quarterback. That time they did.
They did, but Cunningham got it off. Here's the handoff to Trey Bell. Trey Bell up the middle, still running. Bouncing off folks inside the 35, down to the 31-yard line. That's going to be close to yet another Mountain View first down.
Alex Herrera making the tackle on that outside corner.
Pickup of 9.5. It'll be second down and a half a yard to go at the 32 is where they mark it officially. Cole Goodwin, the running back. The lone setback. Collingham at quarterback. Garrett Collingham, a big kid. 6'4", sends Trey Bell in motion, going left to right. Back to pass on a second down and a half a foot. They throw the screen inside. It's complete, but not much yardage there. The catch made by Keenan Patwell, but he's going to be down and lose about a yard.
Number 8, Taylor Barkley, he smelled that one. He stayed home on that screen pass and got the tackle.
Now, they could have gone for it on the ground, but they decided to try to cross Valley View up, and good job there reading your keys by Valley View's defense. So it's third down and 3 as a loss of 2 yards on that one. Cole Goodwin, the lone setback, and he gets the handoff right up the middle, and he is just stuffed right there, and 1 or a first down. Chains are being stretched, and it's going to be closer than 4th and 1. It's about 4th and a foot. So that's why they wanted the measurement, but it's still a fourth down play coming up. Next week, by the way, folks, we're going to get to see Timberline play. They'll be hosting Capital down at Donald Larson Park 1 week from tonight, so we'll be there. Pregame at 6:30 right here on 630 The Fan. And again, a reminder that we have live video streaming on 630thefan.com. So if you're in the car now but going to be by a computer later, check it out. Let us know what you think. 630thefan.com. So fourth down and a foot for Mountain View. Cunningham comes up, takes the quarterback keeper, and he's inside the 30 down to the 29-yard line. He had set up in the shotgun or pistol, and now a late flag comes down. So we'll check that out. But he did get the first down on the play. The flag was after Cunningham was down, so let's see what happened.
One would think it'd be a personal foul of some sort that late.
Whatever it is, it's going to be against Vallivue.
Yep, official comes over, lets Lane
Personal
Coffin know what
foul.
it is.
Yep, personal foul against Vallivue. And so the Falcons right now making life miserable for themselves with fumbles and penalties.
Yeah, you just can't do that. When you got your back against the wall, Mountain View mixing it up well with the pass and the run to where they have Vallivue back on their heels. Plus the fact defense has been on the field quite a while now for Vallivue. Tough to win in that situation.
That's going to do it for the first period. The time has run out. One period to play. And when we come back for the second period, Mountain View is going to have the ball at the Vallivue 14-yard line, and they lead it by a score of 12-0, looking for more points to build on this lead. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to Friday Night High School Football right here on Sports Radio, 630 The Fan.
We love Mountain West Bank almost as much as we love Treasure Valley High School football.
Did you know that when you open a totally free checking account, you get a free gift? And it's a very nice free gift, too.
We also got our new home loan there at a very competitive rate.
Which ties in nicely with their proud support of Treasure Valley High School football because, you know, they're both really competitive.
Mountain West Bank. Love where you bank.
And your team.
Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Looking to save a little money this year? Visit mybullfrog.com, your local trusted Verizon wireless retailer, and switch your home phone service now. For as little as $20 a month, you can keep your existing home phone, same number, and enjoy unlimited long-distance calls. This service is packed with your favorite calling features like caller ID, call waiting, and three-way calling. Visit any of their Treasure Valley locations for more information. Shop local and stay connected. Learn more at mybullfrog.com.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
Back here, a first down play to start the second period, and wide open. Everybody missed him. This is going to go for a touchdown to Andrew Shebow. Wow. It was a pump fake by Collingham. It was a first down from the 15-yard line, and nobody was even near him.
So nobody got out to cover. They just flat didn't see him.
They flat did not see him. Wow, what a defensive mistake by Vallivue, and now it's 18-0. And now the extra points that have been missed, and this is the third time they'll try it, may not make a difference as they've got an 18-point lead. Collingham rolling to his right, passes over the middle, and it's incomplete again. So Bell has got to put it together here. Kickoff on the ground, scooped up by the up man at about the 35-yard line, and he's going to be out to about the 37 is all.
There's Taylor Barkley for Vallivue picking up the ball there, came rolling up to his feet. By the way, a couple of scores in there not going well for Timberline. Right now at the end of one, it is Rocky Mountain 14, Timberline 0. And we also have Cuna beating Caldwell right now 15-0.
And again here, if you just joined us, 18-0 Mountain View over Vallivue. Vallivue did move the ball well the first time they had the football, moved it right down the field, and they were actually threatening, but then they fumbled it. Mountain View recovered the fumble and then just kind of took it from there. Wheeler, Rodriguez, and Henkel. But this time the ball is kept. And new wrinkle in there. Colton Yazinski is in there. A new quarterback. 5'11", 190-pounder. A sophomore. So Yazinski in there for Lehman. And down 18-0. But the thing of it is, Mountain View has missed 3 extra points. Okay, they've gone for 2 all 3 times, missed them all. So now you get a couple touchdowns with your extra point. You're right back in this ball game. So Valley View's got to think about it that way. They just have to get something going. Up the middle, Henkel. Henkel breaks a couple of players and a couple of tackles. And he gets all the way down to the 49-yard line of Mountain View for a first down.
Safety Demetrius Romero making the tackle on the play.
Well, what he did, just as I said that, he was breaking tackles, but then he just knocked a defender over backwards. I'm going, he just broke a player.
The one he broke, that one.
He gets it all the way down 49-yard line, so first down. Yazinski now at quarterback for Lehman. So Lane Coffin making some changes, has Wheeler in there at a running back. Also Herrera in there and Hinkle as well. So Yazinski up under center. And he handed off up the middle. This is Hinkle trying to bounce it out. And he fumbles the football and then gets his own fumble back, I think.
Yeah, I think he did get it back, number 33 in there to make that tackle, Josh Ellsbury.
Loss of about a yard on the play, second down and 11.
Valley View's going to have to take care of the rock better than they have so far
absolutely.
tonight.
Absolutely. I mean, I believe they would have scored on that first series of downs had they not fumbled that football. They were moving it well, and they had Mountain View on their heels. Now it's Mountain View with an 18-0 lead, 10:09 to go here in the first half. Yazinski comes back over talking with Lane Coffin. He's back in the huddle now. Falcons, remember, with this run game, not a real come-from-behind team, so they've got to get something going here. Yazinski back to pass, rolling to his right. He's a left-hander. He throws, and it is complete. This one looks like it's to Herrera. Alex Herrera comes up with the catch. That's a completion. Pickup of 6. It'll be 3rd down and 5.
Herrera rolls out of bounds, so that stops the clock.
Well, they keep it going again, though.
Okay.
In high school, after they stop it while they set it, they get it going again. Makes the game shorter than it has to be, but we're already down to 9.5 minutes to go here in this first half.
He may not have made it all the way out of bounds. It's on that far side of the field.
Yazinski, after getting the play from Coffin, brings it in. Yazinski pitches it to Henkel, the blown back. Henkel's got a little running room off the tackle, and Henkel keeps bouncing it all the way down to the 36-yard line, and that's a first down for Vallivue.
All right, that's what they got to do. They got to keep that thing moving. You know, a very traditional offense that Delane Coffin runs, even right down to the quarterback coming to the sideline every play for the play.
My generation going, oh yeah, Doug Flutie, and your generation going, who? Handoff, and caught from behind is Henkel. Henkel gets about 3 yards, so it's going to bring up a 4th down, but Vallivue down 18-0 is definitely in 4-down territory. They got 4th down and a long 2 here.
Michael Alberin making the tackle that time, senior for Vallivue.
See, if I were Yazinski and I'm the quarterback for Vallivue, I'd opt for, some kind of a radio device in my helmet.
Instead of running. How far does he run every night?
I know. I used to have to do that once in a while at my high school, and it wore you out. All right, big 4th down play for Vallivue as they try to keep this drive alive. Henkel right up the middle, and Henkel's got it, and then some, down near the 21-yard line. Henkel just got a steam going, and he just really bowled over some people.
Demetrius Romero, the safety, making the tackle on the play, which would have gone all the way had Demetrius not been there.
So first down at the 21-yard line, 18-0 is our score. Mountain View leads Vallivue. Vallivue, the last time they penetrated this far, they fumbled the football. And that got him into some trouble as Mountain View came right back with it. Henkel, right side. Henkel down inside the 15-yard line, down to about the 14. Pickup of 7 yards.
Romero with the tackle again, coming from that safety position.
They will mark it right at the 15-yard line. So it'll be a gain of 6, 2nd down and 4.
Now the offense running much smoother now for Vallivue than it was under Lane.
Unfortunately for Lane, they had that fumble because it was running pretty smooth that first series of downs.
And the wheels kind of came off the car.
Yeah, they really did. And since then, they've come off, like you say. And I think they may have to pass a little bit more. And, of course, already Yazinski has completed 1 pass, completed out there to Herrera. Yazinski on the quarterback keeper. We got a flag flies just as they snap the football.
Yeah, kind of in the area. I was going to say you might see holding, but it flew pretty quickly.
Could be motion, too, because that's not something they normally do, and it is. It's a 5-yard penalty. So you have 2nd down and 4. You do a quarterback keeper, you think, man, what could go wrong on this play? And they have a motion penalty.
And Vallivue in particular, where they don't have guys moving. They go set in their double wing position, and they go.
Just wait for takeoff, you know what I'm saying? So it backs it up, and now they got a 2nd down and 9. So let's see, Yazinski's already thrown 1 pass, and he's completed it. Let's see what he does here. Thing of it is, Yazinski gets him the first down. A nice pickup inside the 10 down to the 9-yard line. It's 1st and goal to go for Vallivue with 4:38 and counting to go here in the first half. That clock just continues to run here at Vallivue. Handoff. Henkel trying to bounce it outside. A little trickery there, and he gets it down to the 6. Gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line.
Romero coming up from that safety position for the tackle. Romero's been all over the field, both sides and in the backfield.
Again, we're at Vallivue High School. 4 minutes to go here in the first half. It's all Mountain View so far, 18-0. But they have missed on all 3 of their extra point attempts. They've gone for 2 all 3 times and missed it. So 2nd down and goal from the 6-yard line. Yazinski fakes it, takes it over to the right side. He's in for the touchdown from 6 yards out. So number 22 has come in. Colton Yazinski, a sophomore, 5'11", 190-pounder. He faked the pitch out and went up, cut it up the middle, right off tackle, and scores. It's 18-6 now.
It was a nice play and a nice drive for Vallivue. That's what they want to do, just grind up that clock, slowly get down there and score. And like I said, Wayne, missing those 2-pointers, that makes a big deal. So if you're Vallivue, do you go for the 2-pointer here?
Exactly. I mean, it could be 24-6 right now had they just gone, they've made them, or 21-6 had they just gone for the extra point. And again, here comes Longorian, and he is limping. He's noticeably limping now. So they're going to try the extra point attempt the old-fashioned way by kicking it. Adrian Lara. Lara's kick is up, and it is good. We'll take a timeout. 3:45 to go here in the first half, and Vallevue's on the board. Our score now, Mountain View 18, Vallivue 7. We'll be back with our game of the week right after this on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
Pro Image Sports is the source for everything for the sports fan. NFL, NBA, college, and Major League Baseball gear from Nike, New Era, and more. Boise Town Square, Karcher Mall, Nampa, and the Village at Meridian. Pro Image Sports is a one-stop shop for every fan in your family, with hundreds of teams and thousands of items. Pro Image Sports is the source for all team name gear. Locally owned and serving the Treasure Valley with 3 locations. Boise Town Square, brand new Village at Meridian, and the Karcher Mall in Nampa.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
Another 10-yard run.
Interesting to watch if you're watching the streaming at 630thefan.com. Watch the chain gang. They are working their tails off trying to keep up tonight.
They're going to need some Gatorade or something before this is done because they are poop. Collingham back to pass, throws underneath the coverage, and it is complete in bounds. Pickup of about 5 yards. Looks like that was Trey Bell again who made the catch.
Trey Bell's dangerous coming out to the backfield to catch those passes as well as running.
So 2nd down and 5. Collingham from the shotgun. This time he hands it off, and this is Chance Smith. And Chance doesn't have a chance that time as he stopped right at the 25.
Yeah, he did not. Runs into Drew Johnson right there and is like a brick wall. No yardage there.
So Smith is out of the ball game. Cole Goodwin comes in to replace him. Bell goes left side. Patwell also to the left on a 3rd down and 5. Back to pass. Collingham over the middle. Thrown is complete. That's going to be good for a 1st down. And that catch made by Bell.
Yeah, as long as you're making those passes, you're okay. It was tackled immediately, but it was enough for the 1st down, the receiver getting down to that 10-yard marker.
Actually, I've got to change that. That was Patwell who made that catch. That's his 3rd reception of the night. He's really been playing a key role here in this game. Play action fake. Now they pitch it out. This is Trey Bell going on the left side. Bell down to the 10-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal to go for Mountain View as he gets it just inside the 10 to about the all the way down to the 5, they say. They're on the far sideline, and it's kind of hard to figure out exactly where they are, but they're going to mark it right at the 5-yard line. So 1st and goal to go for Mountain View. Mountain View up here 18-7 and moving the football at will pretty much. Handoff to Chance Smith. Smith pounds his way down close to the goal line.
Yep, several linemen put their hands up, but the officials did not, so it doesn't count, guys.
The official says it's 2nd down and goal from about the 1-foot line.
Vallivue Store specializes on emission issues, while the shop on 36th in Garden City can handle just about any kind of vehicle repair. Boise Muffler Shop and Auto Repair is a proud member of the Business Champions Club, supporting students in Idaho. Learn more at BoiseMufflerShop.com, where it's lights out for Mr. Check Engine Light.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
Wayne DeZubak along with Dave Burnett. Welcome back to Valley View High School, where it is all Mountain View right now. 24-7, Mountain View leads Valley View. These two teams 2-2 in pod play, and a big game for both teams tonight. And a fumble, a couple of timely penalties against Valley View has really hurt their cause here tonight. Kickoff going deep. And this one's going to go into the end zone and be brought back to the 20-yard line. First and 10 for the Falcons from their own 20 with 1:11 on the clock, 1:11. Ed Cornforth will be joining us at halftime. He does a lot of different things, wears a lot of different hats here. Booster, coach, just a little bit of everything. And Dave, you'll have a chance to talk with him.
Yep, one of the scores that I was kind of curious to see how this went before we got going today, and that was the Nampa game, how they would do. Right now, Nampa leading at 24-0.
I took your thing.
I know.
I'm sorry. I
That's
apologize.
right.
You're looking at me like I'm crazy, and all of a sudden I just realized I had just taken your roster.
You had, and I had
Which you had scores on it.
Scores on the back side of that. Yeah.
And you're looking at me, and you're very nice. All right. We missed a run, but it was only for about 2 yards. It was going to be 2nd down and 8 for Valley View.
Valley View player shaking up on that play.
Yeah, so we did, let's see who it is. We can get a number here. It looks like it's Wheeler. And he's holding his head, so.
Yeah, got his helmet knocked off.
Wow, that's not good.
So I think it's one of those cases that maybe helmet got knocked off and then got, conked in the head.
Yeah, Jeremiah Wheeler, the player.
So I always try to tell my kids it's always a good idea to keep the helmet on.
Okay, Yazinski in there and a couple of different people coming in now as a lot of offensive changes being made by Lane Coffin with 55 seconds to go. Oh, the clock just went to 5:50. Now it's 55 seconds to go.
And they are spread out, so we'll see if they throw.
So 2nd down and 8 for Valley View. Yazinski at quarterback. Rolls to his left, throws. Has a man open down the sideline, and is it caught? No, it's dropped. Caught, then dropped. Nice attempt that time by Reagan Soderman. I'm sorry, that's not Reagan Soderman. That's Eric Bastian.
Yeah, Evan Stansel on the coverage on that time had nice coverage on. We got beat by a little bit, but regained it, and then was on him as they went out of bounds, causing him to drop that ball.
Yeah, that would have been a tough catch by Batson, but he went up for it and had it for a moment, and he was kind of bummed that he didn't get it because it would have been a big play. Valley View again, spreading it out a little bit for Valley View anyway.
Yeah, it's
and
not
let's see, they call timeout.
It's not a real spread offense,
nah,
but for Valley View.
But for Valley View, it's a spread offense. 3rd down. That'll stop the clock momentarily, but now the clock starts again. Cade Linder comes out of the ball game. Yazinski They hand it off on the right side. Actually, that is Linder who's in the ball game. He goes around the outside. We got a flag down. He's across midfield all the way down to the 4-yard line.
I think it's the biggest rushing play we've had for the Falcons, and probably going to be coming back.
Yeah, that flag went down in an area where you either see holding or something. So again, Valley View making mistakes here tonight that it really hurt them.
Yeah, that was a play that got them well back onto their end of the field, but all for naught.
Well, Valley View has shown that they've been able to move the ball, holding against Valley View. That's what we figured the call would be, and it's going to back it all the way up. So instead of having it way out at about the 45-yard line of Mountain View, now it's all the way back to their own 25-yard line. So that's a huge penalty.
Yep, instead of being at your own 40-yard line, you're deep in your own end.
Yeah, after a big gain like that, then you just get like a 10-yard, 15-yard penalty, and it really becomes a 40-yard penalty.
Yep.
So with 17 seconds to go on the clock now running, this will be the last play unless Valley View calls a timeout. They're going to have to hurry to get it in. 10 seconds and counting. 5 seconds. They snap the ball, rolling to his left, and he's going to keep it. Yazinski tucks it underneath, and he takes a big hit at the 30, falls forward to the 31-yard line, but that's going to do it for the first half. So we have played one half here at Valley View High School, and it's been all Mountain View, the battle of the views, and right now it's Mountain View that likes the scenery better. Our score at halftime, Mountain View 24, Valley View 7. We'll be back in 2 minutes after this. You're listening to the Game of the Week right here on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
Attention everyone that loves food. Whether you call it a food booth, food truck, or food wagon, you can try it all at a special Oktoberfest-themed Idaho Food Festival October 11th. Once again at the corner of 6th and Main in downtown Boise behind China Blue. It's free to get in. You'll be in food heaven. Burgers, hot dogs, sushi, funnel cakes, fried cheese, fried ice cream, corn dogs, pizza, barbecue, Chinese food, corned beef hash, ice cream, turkey legs, and more. Plus for Oktoberfest, craft beers from Crooked Fence Brewery, Three Picket Porter, Hop Notion, Evil Harvest, and BC American Ale. And live music from Swift and Sassy. Try it all at the Idaho Food Festival Saturday, October 11th from 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. at 6th and Main behind China Blue in downtown Boise. Sponsored by A1 Heating and Air Conditioning. Be warm, be cool, be comfy. And by Alpha Home Systems, your preferred satellite systems provider. For more info, visit IdahoFoodFestival.com.
Hello, gorgeous. Bare Minerals just won its 9th Glammy Award for Best Prestige Foundation. And to celebrate, we're offering risk-free trials of Bare Minerals makeup to all women nationwide. That's right, every woman who calls right now can get a full-size, risk-free trial of Bare Minerals makeup, plus a free 5-piece makeup set. For yours, call 1-800-936-1013. This is an exclusive radio-only offer you don't want to miss. Bare Minerals Foundation gives you flawlessly beautiful coverage with a no-makeup feel, and it's clinically proven to promote clearer, healthier-looking skin. No wonder it's won 9 Glammys in a row, and now you can try Bare Minerals makeup for yourself. Call now to find out how you can participate in our nationwide risk-free trial and join the millions who've already tried Bare Minerals makeup and fallen in love with their skin again. Plus, we'll send you a free 5-piece makeup set, our gift to you.
Talk, and, you need to let's just...
He's got a lineup of people trying to talk to him.
Guys.
By the way, we are streaming live tonight at 630thefan.com, the Valley View Marching Band, award-winning band. They win a lot of awards.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
They are going to perform. So you can watch that at 630thefan.com as we do our live stream.
I'm going to hand off my headsets to Ed here, okay?
All right, we'll do that. Ed at the door had like 5 people lined up talking to him. So Ed Cornforth, who is with us. Ed, thank you so much. One of the things we try to do here on our broadcast, and that is to kind of bring some attention to the boosters.
Sure.
Those unsung heroes that, you guys are always very busy doing things to raise money because, there's a lot of money involved here and to support the teams. Tell me a little bit about Valley View's Booster Club.
Sure. Well, first off, thanks for having me on today. I kind of in a special situation because my son is a senior. I coach the freshman team. And I got roped somehow into being president of the Booster Club.
Well, so you just need some more things to do.
Obviously too much spare time.
Yeah, I guess so.
But boosters are essential to building the program, not just from helping fund activities, fund gear, fund equipment, the fields, but also the atmosphere at the game.
Yeah.
and seen a lot of good movement here because of that. And we have a lot of good parents involved.
Yeah,
Lovely.
Wayne and I were talking about this before the game as we came out, and we were talking to the athletic director here,
Sure.
Bert Quest, about how good this field looks. The
Right.
quality, the grass is in great shape. We go to games all over the valley, and this really, field-wise, looks great. Facilities, Wayne, I have a grandson that goes to school here, so I see it on a regular basis, but Wayne hasn't been here in several years, and he said the facilities, the grounds, all looking good and improved quite a bit since he was here.
Yeah, there's been a lot of growth here. Our fields are maintained by Leland Sasaki, pardon me.
Okay, that's all right.
Took a minute to grab the name there, but he does a wonderful job. He's been doing it his second year, and we joke that you could play golf on this when we're not playing football. It's gorgeous, deep green grass, and no dead spots. It's kids love it. It's like landing on a pillow.
Jeremy, the athletic director here at Vallivue, said beforehand, boy, I apologize, the field's a little bit of a mess. We had a game on it last night. It was like, are you kidding me? It looks great. Tell me about fundraising. What Vallivue is involved in to raise funds? Because one of the things we have seen as we've gone around from school to school, and I'm not telling these secrets out of court here.
Sure.
There's some schools that are the haves, and some schools that are having to work at it to try to have it. In Vallivue, out here in Caney County, you guys as the boosters have to work at it to get the funds to do this. What are you doing to raise money?
Well, we've actually had a couple years where we didn't have much of a program, and started it back up. We're getting out. We're talking to businesses in the community and getting their support. We're getting more parents involved, where they used to just come and you go to shake their hand and say, "Hey, could you use a hand?" They look the other way and walk. We're getting more involvement, and that's big with the awareness. So many folks want to take part. They're not sure what their job is or their role. So if you put your hand out and go get them, you can find them and make good things happen. If you don't, it just sits.
If you are a parent, or not even a parent, if you're just a member of the community here in the Vallivue School District, if somebody wants to get involved in the boosters,
and you can contact us that way as
Excellent.
well.
Ed, thank you so much. We do appreciate the time.
Thanks, Dave.
All right, Ed Cornforth, who is with us tonight, and he is head of the boosters right here at Vallivue. We are at halftime right now. The Vallivue Marching Band, which is an award-winning band, out doing their thing at midfield. 6:49 left to go in the half. At the half, it is Mountain View leading Vallivue 24-7. Wayne will be back, and we'll have a little bit of a wrap-up here in the second half as we come back here on Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
Have you heard the news? Toyota's annual clearance event has been extended. There's still time to take advantage of year-end clearance prices on the new Toyota you've been wanting. This is not limited to just one or two vehicles. There's great savings on all new 2014 Toyotas in stock, including 0% APR financing on 11 different models. From the fuel-efficient Prius family, delivering up to 53 miles per gallon, to America's favorite car for 12 years and counting, Camry. Trucks, crossovers, and SUVs? We've got those too. Try the top-selling RAV4. Or get yourself a new Tundra, rated by IntelliChoice as a 2014 Best Value of the Year. All feature 0% financing options, and that's not all. Many also have cashback savings or special low-payment leases. But don't wait, because when the 2014s are gone, so are these amazing savings. Toyota's annual clearance event, extended through September 30th. For full details, visit any of your Southern Idaho Toyota dealers.
0% APR financing terms vary by model. See dealership for complete details.
Toyota. Let's go places.
Our family had a savings account until our air conditioner died.
We had a vacation fund before our refrigerator had a meltdown.
My family has no money, and our water heater just quit.
The truth is, it can only take one home appliance or system repair to bust your budget. But with a home warranty from American Home Shield, you get to keep more of your hard-earned money because they pay your covered repairs for you. For valuable free information, call 1-800-906-9869. Why pour money into repairs when American Home Shield will pay covered repairs for you? The air conditioner, water heater, plumbing, refrigerator, washer, and more. Service requests are subject to a fee for each trade called. Some exclusions and limitations apply. Why would you ever pay for expensive home system and appliance repairs when you can let American Home Shield pay covered repairs for you? If you'd rather save more of your hard-earned money, call for valuable free information, including terms, rates, and coverage. 1-800-906-9869. That's 1-800-906-9869.
My dad has a funny name. It's Fairly Reliable Bob. Hi, this is Andy Peterson. It's kind of weird having a dad with such a funny name, but he's cool. Since Dad is kind of busy back at the lot, he asked me to tell you a little bit about our family business. My grandpa started Fairly Reliable Bob's back in 1975. He told my dad to always sell good cars and to take care of customers. So there's these two guys named Kenny and Jim, and they check out all the cars to make sure they're okay. And if a car needs work, they'll fix it. Dad says that's how customers know they're getting a good car. The sales guys are cool too. Everyone seems to like them because they aren't pushy. They just try to help people find the right car. There's also a really nice lady named Stacy. She works in the service department. Dad says her whole job is to make people happy. I think that sounds cool. She even gives the customers a free car to drive while their car is being worked on. My dad says it's important to have a good reputation. I guess that means that if people ask around, they'll find out that my dad, Fairly Reliable Bob, is a pretty good guy even if he has a funny name. And he sells good cars too. Fairly Reliable Bob's, right on the corner and right on the deal since 1975, 23rd Main, downtown Boise.
Team, they are really young, so lull them to sleep with that option, lull them to sleep, and then bam, hit them long. That is a possibility, and I'm sure that's what Air Force is hoping for.
Oh yeah, that's the kind of the game they play, and playing over there it'll be interesting for the Broncos because you don't see an offense like Air Force all the time, and like you said, usually it takes you a couple of 3 times to kind of figure out what they're doing, and then you get into it. If you just do your job, you're okay. They all say that, but it's really a tough defense or offense to go after. Now, Boise State, of course, the other problem they've got is that Air Force doesn't give you a lot of possessions.
Nope.
So when you have the ball, you've got to make hay when you've got it.
You do, and Boise State, obviously they're going to make that attempt with Jay Ajayi to run the ball at them. You got Matt Miller, for the pass, but I think Boise State's going to try to do the same thing, control the clock, control the rock, and control the clock.
And I think we've seen a lot more out of Boise State the last time. We've seen a few more people get involved and things like that besides just 2 or 3 guys. So I think right now Brian Harson's starting to open it up a little bit. That game, 5 o'clock tomorrow, should be interesting. And Idaho is at home right here on 630 The Fan, and they take on South Alabama. That's kind of why, I just don't understand. I was not a big fan of Boise State going to the Big East. Not a big fan of being in, the Sun Belt when you're playing South Alabama at home. I don't know who you play, but it's just so much nicer when you're playing a regional guys.
Yeah, it is. But for the Vandals, they're in that Sun Belt, so they're in a conference as opposed to last year when they were looking at playing New Mexico State twice.
There you go.
So they are in a conference which gives them a shot at a bowl game. And they are getting better. Week to week, the Vandals are getting better. They got a few issues in there. As their coach talked about last Wednesday night on the coaches show, they have a few issues, but they are getting better. So we'll see how they do on the road to South Alabama. We will have that game right here on Sports Radio 630 The Fan. On Sunday, we have NASCAR racing for you. Another race at 11 o'clock on Sunday morning. And then Sunday night at 6 o'clock, we have the Sunday night NFL football game for you. So lots of sports this weekend on the Fan.
And I want to remind everybody, if you haven't heard it, Fanfare High School Extra, which airs on Wednesday nights at 5 o'clock on 630 The Fan, all about high school sports. We talk everything from the football games to soccer to volleyball
to the big cross-country.
Yeah, we have. Speaking of that, if you want to see some cross-country runners tomorrow, the Bob Furman is at Eagle Island State Park. And I know it starts at 9 o'clock. They've got elite girls, I think, about 11:20, and the elite guys at 11:50.
Nice.
But the reality is they've got 3,500 runners.
Wow.
3,500 runners. So there's a lot of people out there running around.
The economy of Eagle thanks you.
Yeah, exactly.
It'll be tough to find a restaurant to eat in Eagle.
You bet. Let's do this. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back after this. We get ready. The two teams have come back to the field, and we'll be back in 1 minute to kick it off here in the third period. Again, our halftime score, Mountain View 24, and the home team, Valley View 7. We'll be back after this on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
We love Mountain West Bank almost as much as we love Treasure Valley High School football.
Did you know that when you open a totally free checking account, you get a free gift? And it's a very nice free gift, too.
We also got our new home loan there at a very competitive rate.
Which ties in nicely with their proud support of Treasure Valley High School football because, they're both really competitive.
Mountain West Bank. Love where you bank.
And your team.
Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Pro Image Sports is the source for everything for the sport.
All of a sudden, we got a 10-point ball game.
Yeah.
Don't want that to happen. So we got to go out there and make something happen.
Around the Treasure Valley tonight. There's a lot of goose eggs on the board. Rocky Mountain beating Timberline at half, 27-0. It is Meridian over Boise at the half, 14-0. Nampa beating Centennial at the half, 24-0. It's Cuna ahead of Caldwell at 15-0. So there's a bunch of goose eggs up there.
All right, so Mountain Home, where'd that come from? Mountain View getting ready to kick it off, and here we go. It's going to come down to Rodriguez, and Rodriguez actually going to let it go into the end zone as you kind of watch that nice kickoff there. I'm surprised. That's a pretty good foot, and you don't have any field goal and extra point kicker?
How does that happen?
I don't know, because that's a good leg there to kick it out of bounds or actually into the end zone, and it's going to come out to the 20-yard line. So that's where Valley View will have it. Down 24-7. They need to make something happen. It's a key critical drive. I'm sure Lane Coffin has told them that. And let's see, it is Yasinski going to be in there at quarterback. He came in about midway through the second period and led Valley View to its only drive. Came in there replacing Lane Lehman and has done a good job. Yasinski, just a sophomore, up under center. And he gets it to Henkel. And Henkel gets a couple of yards before he is stacked up.
Yeah, he meets that four-man front that the Mavericks are putting down. They're doing with the traditional four-man front and not a whole lot of yardage there.
Out to about the 21-yard line is all. Pickup of 1, so it'll be second down and 9. Not exactly what Valley View wants to do. They want to get 3 or 4 yards every play. That's the key. So on second down and 9 from the 21-yard line, Yasinski in there. Yasinski hands it off around the outside. And again, this is Henkel. Henkel fighting for yardage.
Yeah, he got around that end nicely, and then there's just a real perfect textbook tackle in there by Michael Erberan. Just squared him up, brought him down, but not until he got the first down.
He did. He got a little further than I thought. Yeah. I mean, he really got some right at the 31-yard line. So it gave him a great mark, and that's a gain of 9 yards, and it's a first down. So that's what Valley View wanted to do, move the chains. Now they see if they can string a few together here. Again, that tight pack. They got Henkel in there, the wing formation. Play action fake. It's going to be the quarterback, Yasinski, keeping the ball out to the 38-yard line, and that's going to be good for about 7 yards.
And that's exactly what Valley View wants to do. They want to get down to where they have that second and 2, second and 3 situation. That gives them more options as to what they can do on this next play.
Again, Yasinski comes running all the way over to the sideline, gets the play from the coaching staff, and then runs all the way back to the huddle.
Put a pedometer on that kid.
Well, how many plays can you have? I mean, it's going to be a running play 90% of the time, so go ahead and just kind of say running play 1, 2, or 3.
And that would be running play number 1.
Yeah, and I don't think we see much of it, just a quarterback keeper up the middle, and that's going to get you across the 40 out to the 41-yard line and get you a first down. You needed 3. They got 3.5.
So they got that first down. They're creeping toward midfield.
Again, they use a lot of time, Valley View does. They are not a come-from-behind team, so they need to make every possession count a yard or two. I think it could be an interesting call if it came down to 4th down and a foot. Yasinski hands it off. Henkel up the middle. Breaks a couple of tackles. They're not going to have to worry about 4th down because they've got a first down right there.
Yep, he broke through that right-hand side, coming down to number 92, making the tackle that time. For Mountain View, that would be Griffin Moser.
So a nice little run there by Kyle Henkel, who continues to be the workhorse at tailback. He's averaging 7.2 yards per carry this year. Not so much tonight, but on the season he is. Tonight's been a case of big penalties against Valley View and a fumble on their opening series where they were moving the ball really well, and I think that may have kind of sucked them of some confidence because that stopped it.
Yeah, we saw a quarterback change after that point, too.
Yeah, we did. Timeout. Going to call by Valley View. I'm not sure what happened there, but it was Eric Batson coming over to talk to the coach, and I'm not sure that everybody was on the same page. So Valley View calls a timeout. 8:51 to go here in the third period. We'll take a 30-second timeout. We'll be back here with Mountain View leading Valley View 24-7 on your game of the week on 630 The Fan.
I know you can see me. I'm bright yellow, and if I'm lit up, you can't pass admission.
Yeah.
Oh, bummer.
There's a reason your check engine light is on. Boise Muffler Shop and Auto Repair can figure out why and fix it. The Fairview store specializes on emission issues, while the shop on 36th in Garden City can handle just about any kind of vehicle repair. Boise Muffler Shop and Auto Repair is a proud member of the Business Champions Club, supporting students in Idaho. Learn more at BoiseMufflerShop.com, where it's lights out for Mr. Check Engine Light.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
We are out here at Vallivue High School on a beautiful Friday night for a high school football game. You got to love these late September games.
Yep.
Just a beautiful night. Not too hot, not too cold, just right.
It's a Three Bears night.
It is. First down for Valley View. Their trail here, Mountain View up 24-7, but the ball at the 46-yard line of Mountain View, and a keeper by the quarterback, Yazinski, and Yazinski up to about the 42-yard line.
And that would have worked, but Jared Gibson, the linebacker for Mountain View, was there all the way. Stayed home, did what he's supposed to do, protecting that outside edge, and made the tackle.
Colton Yazinski in at quarterback, just a sophomore. He's 5'11", 190, so he's a tough little guy to bring down. Got just enough size to make him dangerous.
Yeah, see, they have him listed as quarterback and a linebacker at number 22. Odd to see that.
Second down, handoff right up the middle. And a flag comes down. And that time, I'm not sure what happened. Alex Herrera looked like he was going to bust it for big yardage, and the whistle blew.
Yeah, I think you're going to see the Falcons walk back on this one. I think it's illegal procedure on their part.
But again, there's that mistake. I mean, they had the play call. They knew it, and Herrera just kind of slapped at the ball because he knew they had the right play called. They had an opening there. They had a seam.
Yeah, again, and you mentioned it, fumble in that first drive, a 15-yard penalty, personal foul here. Another fumble there. They
third period, running a lot of clock, but they're making some yardage. They hand it off to Hinkle off the right tackle, and Hinkle barely gets to the 10 before he's down. It'll be second down and 9.
That's the thing with this offense that they run. They are so packed in tight. There's spacing between the linemen. They are foot to foot, and it's so packed in tight. The defense is tight. You try to run it up the middle. It's like trying to get on the subway at 8 o'clock in the morning in New York. It is just wall to wall people. Just can't see where there's many holes there.
They find him somehow from time to time. Double wing right now. Lone setback is Henkel. Couple of faked handoffs. They hand it off, and it's inside the 10, down to about the 8-yard line. And you know what? That was such a nice play. I didn't even see who call. It looks like it was Henkel that finally ended up with it.
Yeah, he did. He did a couple nice fakes in there. I was trying to figure it out, but Cameron Frazier was able to figure it out for the Mavericks. Comes up with the tackle.
Well, they had a Herrera and Wheeler in there. I think they faked it both of them before Henkel got it. But again, it's third down and about 6. But this is definitely 4-down territory for these guys. Let's see what they come up with here. Yazinski, Henkel in the I formation. And now a timeout's going to be called by the coaching staff. Valley View. So they call a timeout with 5:22 to go here. A big third down play coming up from the 9-yard line. We'll be back in 30 seconds with that play. You're listening to high school football here on 630 The Fan. Our score, Mountain View 24, Valley View 7. We'll be back right after this.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning. Want some good stats this season? Get DirecTV's 2014 NFL Sunday Ticket. That's every game, every Sunday, included at no extra charge. Put your money on DirecTV. Call your local dealer now. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Switch to DirecTV today and start enjoying the nation's #1 satellite TV service. Call Satellite Systems at 344-3474.
Requires 24-month agreement and choice package or above. Includes out-of-market games only. NFL offer valid through 12/27/14. New approved customers only. 2015 NFL Sunday Ticket renews at full price. Other conditions apply. Call for details.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
Back here at Vallivue High School, Wayne Zubak, Dave Burnett. You're pointing at me. What are you going to talk about?
I was trying to point that I have a score from North Idaho, and I believe the score, I've lost it now. It was Highland 3 and Coeur d'Alene none.
Oh.
3-0.
Yeah, 3-0. Okay.
So.
Yeah, we mentioned that in the pregame show that the two teams that met for the 5A state championship last year meeting tonight.
Coach Coffin is talking. I think Randy was the one that wasn't supposed to be in there.
Yeah, so somebody, it looks like Linda just ran off to just get somebody out of there. All right, here we go. Let's see what they do with Yazinski. Do they pass him? If they do, they need to roll him to the left. Nope, they hand it off up the middle, and nothing there. just completely stopped dead, and so Vallivue turns it over on downs. It was Yasinski trying to do a couple of things, and he never had a chance.
That is just an emotional defeat there for a team. Now the defense comes out going, are you kidding me? We've got to take over now there, and the offense comes off going, they stopped us. But the truth is, Mountain View did not stop them. They stopped themselves.
And Vallivue's been doing that quite a bit tonight, stopping themselves with fumbles and just not just penalties, but key penalties and key downs, like a 4th and 1, and now you got 4th and 6. And if you're a running team, it's kind of hard to figure it out. Little run up the middle as Mountain View takes over the ball at about the 12-yard line and getting it out to the 17-yard line. Pick up a 5 or 6, make it 6, so it'll be 2nd down and 4.
Now's the time that defensive coaching staff is going to have to get his guys fired up and get a little fire in their belly to stop them.
Chance Smith is the running back in there with Collingham. Collingham back to pass, looking over the middle, throwing deep down the middle to Trey Bell. Bell has the catch across the 45, and let's see if he dropped it or held onto it, because he's right at about midfield, and he held onto it. Great catch by Trey Bell all the way out to near midfield.
Yeah, he beat his man in there, Taylor Barkley. Barkley came back to make the tackle just short of midfield.
They're going to put it at the 48-yard line is where they say his knee went down. He fell forward to midfield, but that's a big first down. Lots of running room now for the Mavericks. They send a man in motion. They hand it off to that man. It's Bell coming around the right-hand side. Bell to midfield. Flag goes down. He's into Vallivue territory at the 47-yard line, but we've got 2 flags now.
Yep, no shortage of flags on the field, so the referees will sort that one out. Brandon Bryson making the tackle that time for the Falcons.
Looks like they both called the same thing, because the other official picked it up, threw it where the other flag was, saying, yeah, we got the same call, whatever they saw, and I think it's going to be a block in the back or a hold against Mountain View, and that's what it is.
Seen from 2 directions. You're not going to get away with that one.
They had a good view
Yeah.
of Mountain View and Valley View.
Yes, they did, and the yellow flags went flying.
Just think, this is the only week I can have that fun playing off the view.
Let's see, Mountain View now is in Rocky View.
Yeah, the Battle of the Views, Mountain View, Valley View.
Oh, that's it, because it's the Battle of the Mountains when it's Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Mountain and Mountain View. Exactly.
All right.
Ball is marked, rolling to his left is Collingham. Collingham looks like he just wants to run it. He does. He's got some running room, and he's got a first down and then some. He could take it to the yard. He's down to the 25, down to the 20, and down to the 15-yard line before he's spun down.
That was a nice run that time going around the left-hand side. I think it was designed to go that way. I think he was going to intend to keep it from the start. Wound up getting down there as a nice run.
He never really did show pass, did he? First down and 10, and the ball's going to mark him all the way down at the 10-yard line. So nice run by Garrett Collingham on a big 3rd down play. This is Chance Smith up the middle, cuts to his left. He's down inside the 5, down to about the 1. They're going to mark him right at the 1-yard line. And that's going to be good for a 1st and goal to go.
Exactly what Rocky Mountain, had too many mountains in there. What Valley View did not want to have happen, and that is for Mountain View to get 6 more points.
Yeah, you threw in the mountains. Okay?
Yeah, now I got the mountains. Now I messed up.
We're still on the views. So Mountain View and Valley View, and it's a 1st and goal to go. And wait a minute.
Did they call?
They called it a touchdown. They said he got in. I never saw that. They said that Chance Smith got in for the touchdown. So here comes Gary Collingham for the extra point attempt, and it's up and it's good. And so you know what? I never saw a touchdown.
I didn't see him signal it.
Never saw it. So our mistake. 31-7 now. 2:04 to go here in the 3rd period, and that's a touchdown run by Chance Smith. And our score: Mountain View 31 and Valley View 7 with 2:04 to go here in the 3rd period. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to High School Football on 630 The Fan.
We love Mountain West Bank almost as much as we love Treasure Valley High School football.
Did you know that when you open a totally free checking account, you get a free gift? And it's a very nice free gift, too.
We also got our new home loan there at a very competitive rate.
Which ties in nicely with their proud support of Treasure Valley High School football, because you know they're both really competitive.
Mountain West Bank. Love where you bank.
And your team.
Member FDIC. Equal housing lender.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
This is a fact. If you find yourself in the hole, you're in trouble because your passing game doesn't have the experience, doesn't have the reps in there, and it suddenly becomes very difficult to come from behind.
Yeah, I think you've got to be more one-dimensional. I mean, you're two-dimensional if you can. Yasinski at quarterback. Now from the I formation, he's got Henkel. They hand it off right up the middle to Wheeler. Wheeler pounding it out. He's going to get a couple of yards. But this is kind of what Vallivue does. They really don't have another offense they can switch to and say, okay, we need to get into our passing two-minute drill.
Yeah, because it's not there. I doubt that they even practice that 2-minute drill for passing.
So this is a situation where Vallivue has to stay close with somebody to make it a game, or else they're in big trouble. I mean, they got 5 yards on that. All it was a handoff up the middle, so they do what they do well, but they've got to sustain it. Henkel has it, trying to get around a couple of tacklers, and makes one miss, but then he's brought down after a gain of only about a yard.
Again, active on the play, Demetrius Romero. He has been on a lot of tackles for the Mavericks tonight.
So 3rd down and 5 for Vallivue. They do not want to put that defense back out there on this against this Mountain View offense.
And that's a long 5.
They got it all the way down to the 2.5-yard line last time they had the football, but then a penalty. Handoff up the middle and just nothing there. And right now it looks like Mountain View has just kind of figured this offense out. And they're just, like you said, you brought it up, they jam it up the middle, so you don't – it's really hard to make a mistake if you've got 10 guys in the box and they run it up the middle.
It is, and the defensive ends for the Mavericks doing a great job of getting in about 3 yards, deep in the backfield and then containing, which keeps anything from going from around the outside.
So Henkel now is in punt formation as Vallivue's going to have to kick it away with 5 seconds to go. And they try the fake. They're going to throw it now with Lehman. Lehman took the snap, throws it incomplete. And so when you're down 31-7, and that's going to end the 3rd period, I guess you take a chance when you're only at the 35-yard line.
Cade Linder missing the pass, going to him, but out of his reach.
So that's going to do it for the 3rd period of play. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. 3 quarters are in the books right now, and our score 31-7 in favor of Mountain View.
This is great field position. Should be about 3 plays.
Goodwin in there at running back, and he goes forward inside the 35 down to the 34-yard line.
At this point, very difficult for the Falcons defense to get fired up here.
Cole Goodwin in there at running back, and all of a sudden, Garrett Collingham, nobody in the backfield with him. Looks like he's going to pass, or now he's got Bell coming around the outside, and Collingham fakes to him, goes up the middle, and Collingham continues to run. He's going to take it all the way into the end zone. Touchdown from 33 yards, but there's a flag on the play.
See, I was going to say, I said 3 plays will do it. That was 2, but the flag might detain that.
Nice run up the middle. They faked it to Bell coming around on the fly sweep, and they took it up the middle, but the flag thrown right at the line of scrimmage. So let's see what it is. And Mountain View coming back, so
looks like Vallivue will get a break on this one. Lane Coffin being told what the penalty is.
They're talking to the other side as well.
And now they're cheering over on that side.
Apparently it's going to be against Vallivue, and it's going to be a touchdown. Garrett Collingham carrying it in from 33 yards out, faked up the middle, carried it in for the touchdown. It took a while to get the signal, but the touchdown is good. The penalty was declined against Vallivue, and it's 37-7.
Ouch. Yeah, if you don't have a passing attack, how do you come back to this?
So the quarterback, Garrett Collingham, will try for the extra point.
Now we got a different kicker. It's number 48.
Oh, 48's in there
42,
now, huh?
I'm sorry, 42.
Okay, and I don't have a 42 on the Maverick schedule.
So it's John Doe.
Kick is up, and it's good. All right, we'll hold it here for a second. 11:28 to go here in this football game, and all of a sudden it's 38-7 in favor of Mountain View over Vallivue. And with this offense Vallivue has, I think everybody in the stands knows that they're not going to have enough time in this game to bring it back.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. At this point, you get guys in there, get them a little experience, get them to
Let's see. No indication yet. But it's going to be a personal foul against Vallivue.
Ouch.
So Vallivue continues to make mistakes, continues to create issues for themselves. They're down by 31 points, 38-7 here with 11:28 to go in this football game.
We'll say this, very good crowd for Vallivue on hand tonight to root on their Falcons. Crowd's been very active, very busy, cheering out. Mountain View, who normally has a pretty good crowd at home games. Looks like they traveled several hundred to the game.
So Yazinski in there at quarterback. Henkel, the eye back. They handed it to him right up the middle. Last week he had 158 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns. This week, not so much.
Nope. Hitting that front wall, they play at 4-man front for Mountain View, and has pretty much been able to handle Valley View's offensive line tonight. Not a lot of big holes blown in there.
Well, it's going to be interesting now. So Mountain View is going to go to 3-2 on the year. And, of course, Valley View will fall to 2-3. I'm assuming Eagles going to beat Columbia tonight. We haven't heard anything from that game, have you?
No tweets coming out of that.
I don't think anybody's too interested in that game, to be honest with you. Yazinski rolling to his right, trying to throw back to his left, and well, he's greeted there kind of unceremoniously, isn't he, by Zach Mackey?
Yeah, he pumped twice. He kind of showed pass to try to get a little bit of time in there, but it did not help.
3rd down and 5 for Valley View. Ball at the 15-yard line, their own 15. Interesting to see now, though, if really they found a new quarterback.
Yeah, going with a sophomore, and that may be Lane Kaufman's answer here.
Colton Yazinski. He seems to have a little bit more in the pass attack way. Handoff up the middle, and that's the best run that Henkel's had all night.
Tackled that time by number 92. That's Griffin Moser.
That's going to be good for a first down, 6-yard gain. Needed 5. Got it out to the 23-yard line. And the clock. We're down to 10 minutes to go in this football game. Again, 38-7 in favor of Mountain View over Valley View. Here from the home of the Falcons in Caldwell. Handoff again up the middle and just running up that middle.
The linebacker. So they took that one gamble thinking, this is probably when they're going to pass. Blitzed right through. Nobody picked him up. Easy tackle.
Well, if you're Mountain View right now, this is when you love playing defense. I mean, you're up by 31 points. Even if you make a mistake, you're still going to win this football game. So you just pin your ears back. This is when you're laughing, you're having fun, you're out there playing, you're just going, for broke. And this is when the game of football is fun. All the pressure's off right now. You're just trying to stop something. Yazinski rolling to his left, looking, now throws deep, has a man open momentarily and can't get to it. Nice pass. It was almost there.
Yeah, again, they need a receiver with a little more speed on that. Sonderman going out for the pass just didn't have the speed to keep up with the pass.
So Reagan Sonderman, the intended receiver. Actually, he was open a little bit, but, just overthrown a tad. But I see a lot from that lefty in Yazinski. I think, with a little bit of practice and getting more reps during the week, that pass could become a factor.
Yeah, they might be able to mix it in. He's playing with confidence. He's a left-handed quarterback, so there is some potential there.
Henkel standing on his own goal line, getting ready to punt it away. Trey Bell deep for the Mavericks. So the Falcons now still having trouble where to kind of place their guys. So they got some basics they got to work on, like not having 12 guys on the field at the same time. Henkel, good foot. Bell comes up, takes it on the run at midfield, and he's at the 45. A flag goes down, and Trey Bell still running at the 35-30 and out of bounds at the 28-yard line. But let's check the flag way back at the 46.
Bell has no idea all of that was for naught.
Trey's going to get upset here tonight. I mean, he's had a couple of great returns, and he's got guys hitting in the back.
Rorix, I believe is how I pronounce his name. Instead of trying to make a cut on him, just went over him and got tackled.
Got a first down at the 41, but he could have had a TD. A good one again. This time trying to find somewhere to go, and there is no place to go there.
Yep, there was not, as he got wrapped up that time by the Falcons and throw down Longoria making that tackle. Nope, I take it back. It was not Longoria. Number 55 that time making the tackle. Go ahead and give the credit where credit is due. That'd be Forrick Jordan.
Second down. 10. A loss on that play. The pass over the middle, incomplete. Robig that time, intended for Cole Goodwin, but he kind of threw it too far away from Cole Goodwin, too much inside, so it's going to bring up a third down.
Yeah, kind of made a mistake there, I think, on the route. Thought he was going to cut inside, and he wound up cutting outside.
Little miscommunication. And, of course, remember, we got some starters in there. You've got some new guys in there right now. You've got Chance Hudson in a one wide receiver, and also in there is Andrew Scheibelt, who's been playing all night. This time the handoff right up the middle to Goodwin. Goodwin's going to get it down inside to 35, but it's still going to be a fourth down.
Yep, fourth and long. Well, we'll see if they go for it. Looks like they're going to go ahead
Fourth
and
and about 4, so we'll see what they do. I mean, what do you do? I mean, this is a situation. You're up 38-7. You're in that point where you don't have anybody that can kick a field goal. You have no need for a field goal.
And no reason to punt.
Yep, so that's what they do. Robig is going to keep the ball. Now he pitches it out right side to Goodwin. Goodwin's got a big hole. He's down to the 5 and to the 15 rather than to the 10 and out of bounds right at about the 10-yard line.
Sure, don't know what else to do. Let's go ahead and put a first down.
Well, that's just too easy, really, when you get out the outside like that. That little quarterback option where Robig runs to the right and then he just pitches it out there. I will say this, that Collingham would have kept it and cut it up.
Yeah.
That Collingham would have done that. Ball down at the 10-yard line, just inside the 10, so it's first and goal. Goodwin going up the middle. He's still trying to get some yardage, but he has stopped. I'm going to mark him at the 8. Gain of about a yard. That'll keep the clock running at 6:09 to go here in the football game. 38-7 is the lead for Mountain View as they, again, try that run up the middle and being very conservative here because they don't need any more points, and they're just going right at the middle. It's Radio 630 The Fan.
MyBullfrog.com is your local trusted Verizon Wireless premium retailer dedicated to providing you with excellent customer service. With 15 locations across the Treasure Valley, their team is ready to help you with all of your wireless needs. Whether it's time for an upgrade or you're looking to save money on your monthly bill, stop by and visit with one of their friendly wireless professionals. They are standing by to assist you. For $25 off your next wireless purchase, call 877-761-9777 and set an appointment today.
I know you can see me. I'm bright yellow, and if I'm lit up, you can't pass emissions. Oh, bummer.
There's a reason your check engine light is on. Boise Muffler Shop and Auto Repair can figure out why and fix it. The Fairview store specializes on emission issues, while the shop on 36th in Garden City can handle just about any kind of vehicle repair. Boise Muffler Shop and Auto Repair is a proud member of the Business Champions Club, supporting students in Idaho. Learn more at BoiseMufflerShop.com, where it's lights out for Mr. Check Engine Light.
Your station for Treasure Valley High School football is Sports Radio 630, The Fan.
It's been all Mountain View here at Vallivue tonight, 45-7 with 5.5 to go. Mountain View leads it. The kick rolling on the carpet, picked up at the goal line, and it's going to be returned this time by Randy Rodriguez, and Rodriguez still running down the sidelines, but he's about 10 yards out of bounds now.
Nice little return there as Mountain View left some openings in there. Number 40 finally, it was Zach McKay making the tackle.
20-yard return as it was picked up there by Randy Rodriguez at the goal line on a squib kick and got it back to the 20, and that's where Vallivue will have it.
By the way, some other scores out there. Nampa leading Centennial right now 31-7, I believe is that score.
Actually, that was Cole Franklin who got in the ball game, 32, not Hahn. They handed off to Franklin again. So Cole Franklin getting a chance to play. He's just a sophomore, 5'10", 175-pounder. Yeah, so they're just handing it off up the middle, just trying to run this clock down, too. I don't think this game can get over fast enough for Mountain View. I mean, they're probably enjoying having some of the backups getting a chance to play in this ball game right now, like Franklin at running back. Robig pitches it out. That's a nice little pitch out there to Joe Ferris, and Ferris makes a couple of yards down to the 9-yard line, and actually he's able to get a first down. How about that? So it's a first and goal to go for Mountain View. It was a little tricky play.
Now the score in there right now, it's Cuna beating Caldwell 29-8.
Wow, Cuna's got a team. So Mountain View coming up on 4 minutes to go in this ball game in total control here at Vallivue. Handed off to Franklin. Franklin up the middle, pounds it down to the 5-yard line. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 5. And the clock continues to roll. 3:53 to go here in the ball game. 45-7 our score. Mountain View going to go to 3-2 on the year, and Vallivue dropping to 2-3. Robig looking over to the sideline, just letting that clock wind down as long as they can. They don't have a play clock out there, so the coaches let them know what they've got left on the play clock. And they say, okay, you got 10 seconds, go ahead and run the play. Hand it off.
At all at the start of the season. They look like they're in full steam right now after they got upended by Eagle at Eagle here several weeks ago.
And they had a 23-0 lead in that game.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those games that I think they lost their focus, and that's pretty much what Todd Simmons said. They got up 23-0, lost their focus, and the next thing they know, a couple of big plays by Eagle, Mustangs were back in it, and by that time momentum was with the green and not, with the guys from Capital. Yeah. And of course it was played at Eagle, so Eagle had everything going for them. This is Robig. Robig tries to shuffle pass to Ferris, and Ferris juggles and scores. It was a little shuffle pass, and I thought maybe it might be called an illegal pass beyond the line of scrimmage because it went forward, and
I'm not quite sure how it wasn't, but the officials didn't call it that way.
They didn't. So it's 51-7 with 3:06 to go here in the ball game, and this thing is totally out of hand right now. But I thought that Robig was beyond the line of scrimmage, and then he shuffled past it to Ferris, who juggled it about 3 times while he was going into the end zone and finally got a handle on it. And it was a touchdown indeed, so the try for extra point with 3:06 to go in a ball game. And again, a big fumble by Vallivue leads to a touchdown from the Mavericks. The kick is up, and it is good. 3:06 to go. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back. Our score now, all Mountain View here at Vallivue. Mountain View 52, the Falcons 7 when we return after this on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
Hi, I'm Peyton Manning. Want some good stats this season? Get DirecTV's 2014 NFL Sunday Ticket. That's every game, every Sunday, included at no extra charge. Put your money on DirecTV. Call your local dealer now. Tell them Peyton sent you.
Switch to DirecTV today and start enjoying the nation's #1 satellite TV service. Call Satellite Systems at 344-3474.
Requires 24-month agreement and choice package or above. Includes out-of-market games only. NFL offer valid through 12/27/14. New approved customers only. 2015 NFL Sunday Ticket renews at full price. Other conditions apply. Call for details.
Pro Image Sports is the source for everything for the sports fan. NFL, NBA, college, and Major League Baseball gear from Nike, New Era, and more. Busy Town Square, Karcher Mall, Nampa, and the Village at Meridian. Pro Image Sports is a one-stop shop for every fan in your family, with hundreds of teams and thousands of items. Pro Image Sports is the source for all team name gear. Locally owned and serving the Treasure Valley with 3 locations. Boise Town Square, brand new Village at Meridian, and the Karcher Mall in Nampa.
Again, right up the middle. This is going to be down inside the 10, down to about the 6-yard line. A nice little run there. I think Randy Rodriguez is the ball carrier. They're trying a few new people in there.
Now, mind you, Mountain View has their 2nd and 3rd teamers in right now.
And it looks like, Vallivue actually trying to say who wants to play, They got Randy Rodriguez in there, and of course they got Henkel out because they don't want him hurt. Rodriguez, the setback. He handed off up the middle and pounding down near the goal line. A nice play that time by Alex Herrera, 6'2", 270-pounder.
Not quite in. Officials taking a close look at it.
Well, I'm going to watch because the last time we did this, we got down to the 1-yard line. It was a touchdown. Nobody signaled it and didn't tell us.
Well, I know the extra point team is not going in yet.
Okay, so it's at the 1-yard line for its 1st and goal to go for Vallivue from the 1-yard line. They got Rodriguez in there still at running back. And Yazinski keeps it, fumble, but Yazinski was down. Yazinski fumbled it. That's the 3rd time he has fumbled the football. So if I see an issue with Yazinski, it's going to be the fumbling
and
issue.
Part of it's youth. He is a sophomore.
Yep.
Was not the starter, got put in the first quarter. So, part of that is just reps and youth. If you get him a little more time with the ball, that'll go away. Or he won't be the starter. One of the two will happen.
He's done a good job running the offense here tonight, even though they haven't, they're going to get, pretty much blown out here this evening. Yazinski rolling to his left, looking, throws, is complete down at the goal line and brought down immediately right there at the 1 yard line.
Yeah, he was just hammered at the 1 yard line, slow to get up.
I didn't even see who that was.
It was a streak coming through. I didn't see the number. The number's a little difficult to see here in the dark.
Actually, picked up on it that time. It was Alex Herrera. He's coming off because he was feeling it. 3rd down and goal to go. Clock down to 34 seconds to play here in this football game. I'm looking through 2 panes of windows here, and it's kind of hard at this point. There's a flag. Play up the middle. I don't think they got it. I don't see any indication by the official, so just a run right up the middle with Rodriguez. And now a flag is down. Illegal procedure against Vallivue.
Wow. As I like to say, ready, aim, shoot, right in the foot.
Oh, unbelievable. Tough night. Alex Herrera coming into the ball game. And the ball's back at the 6 yard line where it'll be 3rd down and goal to go from the 6. How many guys have got on the field now? Looks like they've got about a dozen.
Yeah, it does. I was trying to count there rapidly because it looks like a lot of guys.
Yeah, it does.
And they break the huddle, and it's about the same size as the huddle.
Yep, let's see what happens. Rolling to his right. This is Yazinski. Yazinski in the end zone. Ball's knocked down at the last second. Incomplete. It'll be 4th down and goal from the 6 yard line.
That is a tough pass, Wayne. You're a left-hander. You're rolling out to your right, going across your body that way. That is just a tough throw for anyone to make.
Oh, and that was the end of it. We saw that happen, the clock had run out. So even on that incompleted pass and the clock stops, that's going to be it. Our final 52-7, and it's Mountain View beating Vallivue here tonight as the clock has run out on the Falcons, 52-7. You know, it rolled up 52 points.
And this is my opinion on this. I think the players know that too. I mean, when you have that kind of offense and you have the fans, you have the parents in the stand going, there's no way we're going to come back from this because we don't have the plays in the playbook to do it. And I think that's tough for a team. I think that's tough for Vallivue when they know they're down that much. And the players themselves are going, we know we don't have the plays in the playbook to do it.
We're toast, and it's the first period because we're down 24-7.
Yeah, so that makes it very difficult for the players to do. Does Lane Coffin change that playbook? He's been running this, I know, for at least 3-4 years now. Do you change it? Not sure. I would think maybe you would because it's a kind of offense you need those linemen that are just big hogs that can push out the line. And I just don't know in high school if you're going to wind up having those kind of kids.
You really have to have the personnel, and right now it doesn't look like Vallivue does it, so they're going to have to regroup for next week. And next week, speaking of that, we'll be down at Donald Larson Park at DLP. Timberline taking on Capital. We'll get to see Connor Polson. We'll see Timberline, who the last check was losing to Rocky Mountain, and as a result, we'll probably be 4-1 going into that game. So we'll have 2 4-1 teams, and we'll see who can regroup the best.
Yeah, number of shutouts being thrown out there tonight by a team, so it's kind of a separating of the cream is rising to the top now. We're beginning to see, who the top teams are.
All right, for Dave Burnett, I'm Wayne DeSubac. I want to thank you for joining us here tonight. Again, the final from Vallivue High School, all Mountain View tonight in the Battle of the Views. And our view, the final score was Mountain View 52, Vallivue 7. And we'll see you next week, folks, from Donald Larson Park as we bring you Timberline against Capital right here on Sports Radio 630 The Fan.
America was built by people with a few dollars and a dream.
Ronaldo,
and while many
much.
don't know it, there's one path to success that still only requires a dream and about $10.
Okay.
That's right. If your dream is to start or grow your business, something as simple as the right business card could make all the difference.